in the events at the party.
Right, yeah.
But please believe, more people than not have. Right. If I had to give my synopsis, I'm going to say more, because what do we say? Like Jaguar Wright said, people that go to these parties know what they do at these parties.
They know what they do.
People talk amongst each other.
When you go to the club or you go anywhere that you want to know about, you find out, right? And people that are accessing these parties, you want to know who's going to be up in there, right? Like anything else. Oh, the best of the best is going to be there. Ooh,
they know who's going to be there, and they know when it's a special party compared to a get together party,
compared to a marketing event.
They know the difference.
What a party is versus business networking groups. You get what I'm saying? Because you can get confused between the two. Because remember, it's not just your rappers, it's other entertainers, it's executives, presidents of companies, clothing lines, music, all with your race of people that have hung out with him and have become very close. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of those are going to be on the videos, those to be revealed. But you know what's going on at these parties. You know the who's been hanging out at these parties, and you know the backstory about what's going on with them too.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of it, because they taking everybody to jail. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Oh yeah, they got all his personalities. They got Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy, aka PD, aka Love, the most recent one, as the defendant. And I mean, any one of those choose, they all going to jail.
So we're gonna break this paperwork down, y'all. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break this paperwork down, and we're gonna see exactly. This is what we're gonna do real quick. We're gonna see exactly why your boy, because we need to know this shit, man. Hold up, man. Let's get this going, y'all. Let's bust it down. And this is the actual indictment. Public information from the New York Times, y'all. Public information from the New York Times. Y'all know we're going to get the paperwork. Y'all know we're going to get the paperwork, y'all. Y'all shit alive, man. Y'all know what time it is. Let's break this shit down real quick. Go ahead, Kimmy. Give it to him.
All right. So it says here for count 1, racketeering conspiracy. We knew it was coming.
That's the RICO.
Yep. The grand jury charges. So the overview starts with, for decades, Sean Combs, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, a.k.a. P. Diddy, a.k.a. Diddy, a.k.a. PD, also known as Love. The defendant abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. To do so, Combs relied on employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise. Ooh, I'm a writer. Mm-hmm. They got this on. I can already see. They've got this written up. They ain't playing with him. Creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other crimes, sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Sean Combs, also known as all of the above, the defendant operated in his business headquarters at various times in Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States-based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global, collectively the Combs Business. Corporate entities in the Combs business included, among other things, record labels, a recording studio, and an apparel line, an alcoholic spirit business and marketing agency, and television, network, and media company. At all times relevant to this indictment, Sean Combs, also known as all of the above, the defendant, engaged in a persistent and pervasive pattern of abuse towards women and other individuals. This abuse was at times verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual. As part of his pattern of abuse, Combs manipulated women to participate in highly orchestrated performances of sexual activity with male commercial sex workers. At times, Combs and other acting in his direction made arrangements for women and commercial sex workers to fly to Combs' location. Combs ensured participation from the women by, among other things, obtaining and distributing narcotics to them, controlling their careers, leveraging his financial support, and threatening to cut off the same, and using intimidation and violence. This is exactly what they're talking about. Physical abuse by Sean Combs, the defendant, was recurrent and widely known. On numerous occasions from at least in or about 2009 and continuing for years. Combs assaulted women by, among other things, striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. These assaults were at times witnessed by others and included one stance at a Los Angeles hotel in about March 2026, which was captured on a video and lately publicly reported, where Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a woman as she was attempting to leave. When a member of the hotel security staff intervened, Combs attempted to bribe the staff member to ensure silence. Combs' violence was also not limited to these women. It extended to his employees, witnesses to his abuse, and others. Sean Combs, the defendant, used Combs business, including certain employees, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial sex. Those employees, including security staff, household staff, personal assistants, and high-ranking supervisors, and other close associates, acted as Combs intermediaries. And their conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business. So the Combs enterprise, from at least in or about 2008 through on or about the date of the filing of this indictment, Sean Combs, the defendant, and others known and unknown were members and associates of the criminal organization, the Combs enterprise, or quote unquote, the enterprise. Members and associates of the Combs enterprise engaged in and attempted to engage in, among other activities, sex trafficking, forced labor, interstate transportation for purposes of prostitution, coercion and enticement to engage in prostitution, narcotics offenses, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The Combs enterprise, including its leadership, its members, and associates, constituted an enterprise as defined by Title 18, United States Code Section 1961. That is a group of individuals associated, in fact, although not a legal entity. The Combs enterprise consisted of the defendant entities within the Combs business, including but not limited to Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global. Individuals employed by and associated with the Combs business and others known and unknown. So the Combs enterprise constituted an ongoing organization whose members function as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objective of the Combs enterprise. The Combs enterprise was engaged in, and its activity affected, interstate and foreign commerce. The Combs enterprise operated in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere. At all times relevant to this indictment, Combs, the defendant, was the leader of the Combs enterprise. All right, so Sean Combs, the defendant, and others known and unknown participated in unlawful and other activities related to the conduct of Combs enterprise affairs. This is still count one. Right.
Still on count one, yeah.
Right. So security staff, household staff, personal assistants, high-ranking supervisors again, as well as close associates of Combs. So they're saying that these people who have helped out, because this is exactly how it becomes a RICO, because these people work for you under all of these entities in which they are listing, because these entities are listed to you. You financially pay these people. You supervise them. They are doing as you say, either by coercion, scare tactics. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, these are your house people. They watch the people that come inside of your home. They clean up your mess. They hide things. They know your deepest and darkest secrets. So being that they are there, they are the closer, then you could probably get more information from a friend. You're going to get it right within his circle. And that RICO comes in because they're saying you all work for Mr. Combs.
So basically,
you are affiliates to his crime.
And this account, what they doing is warning everybody around them right now.
Right.
That you better either be coming to us to talk and snitch on them, or you better be prepared to go to jail too.
Right.
Because there's a RICO that's part of this.
Right. And your house staff are regular working people. They're getting paid very good under Mr. Combs. But they got a lot that they could tell you.
They ain't trying to go to jail.
They ain't trying to go to jail for him, and they got a lot that they could just let flow. From the arguments, how he's probably been disrespectful to his people, and his musicians. How is he not going to be disrespectful to his staff? I could imagine. Right, I could imagine.
They said he put his hands on his staff for all types of stuff.
Right, I could imagine. So it goes into the purpose of Combs Enterprise. The purpose of Combs Enterprise included the following: operating a global business in the media, entertainment, and lifestyle industries, including, among the others, record labels, a recording studio, an apparel line, alcoholic spirit business, marketing agencies, and television marketing, television network, and media company. Preserving, protecting, promoting, and enhancing the power, reputation of the defendant as a musician, entrepreneur, and a figure in the entertainment industry. Enriching members and associates of the enterprise, verbiage, right, including its leader, Combs, in a particular,
labeled him the leader.
Labeled him the leader. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting at, because this verbiage is 100%
just like they
on point
labeled
here.
Young Thug the leader, right?
Bingo.
And Young Thug might have had nothing to do with half of the shit these people did. He don't know every move they make on their own. But because you are part of an enterprise, an organization.
But they use the word enriching members. You get what I'm saying? Not paying it, enriching them, because you're the boss here. You're growing this enterprise. All that you say is glitter and glory that we see on the surface. This whole crime facilitated was by you. You orchestrated. So you are enriching members. That's why I said verbiage is important.
So when they say enriching, that
you're financially bringing them
not only
whatever.
that must be what part of Little Rod. That's where Little Rod comes.
Benefits?
No, because what did Little Rod say? Little Rod stated in his case that what? He would make them wear hats, bad boy hats. They would have to go to clubs, find women. So you're enriching these people.
Right. Well, the reason why I say enriching is because that they said you're an entrepreneur. You're financing these people. You're marketing these people. So if it's through your label, through your business, you're using all of the above to your benefit. Oh, I'll pay you more. Don't say nothing. Oh, you want to get a new album? I got you. Little Rod, sit in this bathroom. I need you to recruit, but don't say nothing, because not only can I beat you, I'll pay you and make you famous. It's called intimidation, the same reason why they don't want him bailed out. So then it goes in enriching members and associates of his enterprise. They're gaining, not to say that they're gaining in a proper way, but they're gaining because of who you are. So you're enriching and growing this enterprise, including its leader, Combs. In a particular, those who demonstrated loyalty to Combs and willingness to conceal his crimes. So if you continue to be on my side, you got benefits. I enriched you by helping you.
So for people that understand, basically, he forced you to really do what he said because he gave you lavish gifts. He took care of you.
Right.
And then in the minute you disassociated yourself from what he wanted characterly, then he destroyed you.
Right. Then you didn't exist. If you come in today to clean up, Mr. Combs, there's blood in this room. I'm not going in there. It looks like somebody had a fight. Well, you go in there, you make sure you get it all clean. I don't want to see a spot. You know what I'm saying? And don't say nothing, because remember when I got your little nephew, what he needed? You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? You're constantly using a tactic to intimidate people. It goes into what they quote unquote show as his motto here, because it says preserving, protecting, promoting, and enhancing the power of Combs Enterprise, including the power of its leader. Combs, through violence, use of firearms, that's why the firearms that they found are important, with the serial number shaved off, threats of violence, coercion, and verbal, emotional, physical, and sexual abuse. Fulfilling the personal desires of Combs, particularly those related to Combs' sexual gratification, including through the exploitation of women and the use of commercial sex workers. Enabling Combs and other members and associates of the Combs Enterprise to engage in unlawful